Good day, Ruskin enjoyers. I hope each and every single one of you is doing right out there in the world. Right now, it's the 20th of October. It's in the evening time, my time. And well, yesterday, during my Rust rotation stream / video, I was talking about all of these brand new Halloween skins. Yep. The first week of Halloween for 2023 rolled in. We had a lovely batch of skins with some very unique things about them. And if you look at the amount of sales that we've seen in less than 24 hours of sales, look at the bare minimum sales, look at the bare minimum sales. Very, very high. But we're not here to talk about that. No. I'm here to talk about the fridge here because when I spoke about this yesterday, I went a bit of a tangent talking about Twitch drops and how it affected and impacted the likes of other skins. And I thought, you know what? I should make an isolated video talking about this. Because with more and more of these Twitch drops that we see, we're very likely to see all the skins that we already own potentially being impacted, but also newer skins. We'll talk more about that because we definitely have some good examples. So, with the likes of this, let's just jump in and explain what I was talking about in regards to the fridge and where I went on from there. So, this is the first marketable fridge skin that we've had in about 3 years' time, which you can see right here. And if you were to take a look at all of the marketable fridge skins, you'd notice there's not really that many of them. And mainly due to the fact that we have not had a marketable fridge skin in such a long time, quite a lot of these just rose up in price easily, nicely, no issues whatsoever. And this is something that happens to quite a decent amount of deplorables. They've just kind of been neglected from Rust stores for a very long time now. Therefore, by default, their skins have gone up in price by quite a lot. Look at the likes of chairs, tables, you get the idea. That is basically the reason why, if you're to open any Rust loot box, high quality crate's the best in terms of more likely going to give you a positive return. That's it. Okay, anyway. So, where did I end up talking about Twitch drops? Well, basically, I was reminded that we have had some Twitch drops of the likes of fridges before. We had the likes of Dairy Gold. We had the charitable Rust 2022 fridge skin given away as a Twitch drop last year. And then, of course, earlier this year, at the very beginning, in like January time, 2023, we had the Trust and Rust clone fridge. Now, this was in the Rust store, but it was a non-tradable, non-marketable skin because it was a charity skin. $4 a piece, but loads of people bought them, and it helped out Trust and Rust. So, you know, props to all you people that bought that. But I kind of noticed that I'm seeing something here. Something that doesn't really get that skins for a fairly long time, getting quite a lot, and now we've got the first marketable one in such a long time. I was basically reminded of lockers. So let's go back over to here. Let's remind ourselves what happened last year in 2022. So, with lockers, they've been around for a very long time. As you might notice, quite a lot of the older skins, fairly high in price, very nice. But they used to be a lot higher in price. So what happened? Well, basically, over the course of 2020 to the summer of 2022, we did not see many locker skins whatsoever, as you can clearly see. Now, earlier in 2022, we did get the likes of Sven locker, that was very nice, but things mainly changed when we saw the first marketable locker skin. And that clearly sold a lot. 31,000 bare minimum sales. There's expected to be about 33,000 of these in circulation. So, clearly people were very rabid to see the likes of another locker skin, and it sold very, very nicely. Then, a short while after that, we did get the likes of the Augusta Bell locker. That was another free locker skin. And then in Halloween, just a short while after this, we had the Witch Altar locker. Suddenly, we were getting a lot of locker skins. And then we roll into 2023, and what do we see? Yeah. there was a lot. We had one for Lunar New Year, and a short while after that, we had the Control Panel locker, and then we had the locker from Hell. And then during Twitch Rivals for 2023, we had 3 locker skins being given away for free at the same time. Then we had the Pixel locker in September, and for Charitable Rust, we had another locker skin. With the sudden en masse of locker arrivals, this has in fact affected all of these older skins. So if I were to quickly just look at all of this, you can see that we do have quite a lot. The older ones, very nicely in the positive. A lot of the newer ones that are marketable, not doing so well. And now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the likes of Muerto's locker, because this was the locker that I mainly looked at yesterday, but we have some other lockers to verify this point. Right now it's selling for $8. Now we should point out that it's currently October time, the absolute worst time for Rust skins, but don't worry, it's been going down ever since a certain specific point. So let's go look at sales history. And what do we see in 2022? So if you look over to here, you can see that it was selling very, very nicely. In early 2022, this was reaching up to about $30. In the summer of 2022, it was reaching up to about $30 again. But something appeared around July time that caused it to suddenly dip in price a fair bit. And then from then on, it's just been a slow decline. What do you reckon appeared around July time? Well, what do we see right here? Yeah, the beginning of July, we saw the Outer Planets locker appear. And then I get the feeling everybody thought, well, hang on a minute, are these no longer that special anymore? And, well, we kept seeing more and 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 more. Add the fact that we had so many of these lockers being given away for free as well, and some of them really cool. Yeah, these aren't so special anymore, are they? And now you can truly understand where once it, went through the likes of the summer, it just kind of stagnated and it never really went back up in price. Let me remind you that during the summer, we had a lot of people playing. We had around 95,000 average people playing throughout all of July. That is madness. But did you see the likes of this vintage, very cool, old school locker skin go up in price that much? No. Because we had Twitch Rivals out at the same time, giving away 3 of them for free. So, if we were to take a look at some of these other lockers that for a long time have done very nicely and sold very nicely, well, look at that, the exact same scenario. In 2022, this was selling for just short of about $18, $19, and then once you get to around the later half of 2022, it just goes down, 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 down. And then, of course, Carpenter's Locker, we'll take a look, and pretty much the exact same thing. Nice high points in 2022, down, 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 down during 2023. It's awkward, but you rest assured you can point out that with such a frequency of new skins appearing, but more specifically the free skins, yes, Twitch drops do affect skins, especially if they're older, vintage, and, well, used to be very popular, but now not so much. There are newer options available to people, and that's why these have reached a point of decline. Now, there are some other things that we could also talk about, the likes of Thompson skins. So throughout all of this year, I've been making quite the fuss in regards to Thompson skins. I've said usually around post-Christmas time, you will see a massive surge in demand for them, and you will see their prices go up, 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 up. But this year, if you were to make a comparison to last year, we've basically already surpassed the amount that we got last year. And the year before that. But the main point I was talking about with last year's Thompson skins is, while most of these were in the negative at a very low point around October time, pretty much every single one of these Thompson skins went up in price ever so nicely around post-Christmas time. I'm talking January 2023. So when I was looking at some of these newer ones appearing, I was like, you know what? Earlier this year, when we were up to the likes of Redemption Thompson, I was like, guys, you know what? I'm feeling very confident that, this Thompson, for example, might have sold a lot. I'm still feeling like it's going to work out very nicely in the end. I'm still thinking it's going to be A-okay. Because I remember what happened with Thompson skins in 2022. Well, guess what? We got a Twitch Rivals trophy, we got a JL Tommy and Crowley Thompson, and we also got the likes of an Augusta Bell Thompson. Yeah. So, got a little bit awkward. And then, of course, we kept seeing more and more and more and more and more and more Thompsons appearing. And I'm a little bit iffy. I'm not sure if I'm that confident in Thompsons anymore. Now, I can't really say no right now. I've got to wait until January 2024, to see how things turn out in the end. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe these still go up in price ever so nicely regardless. Hopefully. I have quite a lot of these. Oh, dear. But the fact that we saw so many Twitch drops fairly quickly was a bit ridiculous, wasn't it? But the funny thing is something I've noticed. With this Augusta Bell Thompson, I'm not sure if you know what it looks like, but it's basically all gold. Do we have an all gold, don't we already have an all gold Thompson? Yeah, it's called the Black Gold Thompson. Now, get a good look at that. That was given away for free. And like I said just a little bit earlier, I said we had a very, very lucrative summer. Loads of people playing. Lots of skins did go up in price during the summer. Well, Black Gold Thompson. Right now it's selling for just shy of $5. Did this go up in price? Well, let's just remind ourselves. If this came out in June of this year, how did the likes of this do during June? So let's just go look at the sales history. And do you see this? Do you see this right here? So first of all, post-Christmas, wonderful post-Christmas. It had a very low point around here at about $6 in last year, the very end of October for 2022. And its peak price when we reached post-Christmas time, it was selling for around $11 to $12. Very, very nice. Now, of course, it went down around March, April time. It happens all the time. And then during the summer, a lot of skins picked up and went up in price ever so nicely. And this was trying to, but then the Augusta Bell Thompson came out. Stopped immediately. Do you see that? It was about to, and then it didn't. So, yes, this is another instance in which if we do see Twitch drops appear at quite an inconvenient time, yeah, it will have an impact on Twitch, our normal Rust skins. So, unfortunately, Black Gold Thompson, you've basically been on a decline. You didn't go up in price that much. You just stagnated, and then because it didn't really go up in price that much during the summer, it's actually reached its lowest point it's ever been. Awkward, I know, but if anything, guys, listen, that actually might be an interesting investment. You know, it doubled in price last year from October to January time, so think on it, right? But anyway, we've basically got to the point now where we notice it, we see it. We're noticing that if these Twitch drops do appear at a specific time, you have to be a fair bit cautious from now on. You have to be aware that, yes, they do have an impact, but it's not always a bad thing. This is where we now talk about the Bombshell double sheet metal door. So, just a good few weeks ago, this came out. And as you know, every 3 or so months, we're going to see a Bombshell skin, because that's TGG's like thank you. Every week, he's going through all the newest skins that are being put on the workshop, and he's assessing and making sure that they are of the quality standard to be accepted into Rust as a skin. Also making sure there's no DMCA issues, and he basically makes a nice curated list, and that then gets put towards Face Punch, and as a thank you, every 3 months he gets a guaranteed skin. So this is what we have here. A very nice, cool looking double sheet metal door, which we should remind you has transparency and is also glow in the dark. This sounds awesome, doesn't it? But there was a problem, because we had this literally come out just a couple weeks before the arrival of this. So, what happened? Hang on a minute, wait, it's in the positive, wait, what's going on? So, basically, with the arrival of this coming out just a fair bit before, add the fact that apparently 267,912 people picked this up for free. Let me reiterate, free. And as you can see, glows in the dark, see-through mesh, very, very nice. And it was available for free. We talked about how, because of that, maybe not that many people would buy this skin. And that's exactly what happened. If you were to take a look at the other Bombshell skins, more specifically the doors, you'd notice that the single armored door at bare minimum had 20,000 sales. The Bombshell double armored door, bare minimum, had 18,500 sales. And the Bombshell garage door, bare minimum, had 20,000 plus sales. But this double sheet metal door right here, 13,800 bare minimum sales. So that's got like 25% less compared to all of these. And why? Because of that. But because of that, this is actually in the positive now. This did not sell as much as you might think it should, but that's because other people at the current time didn't really feel the need to buy it. But you've also got to take into consideration that we are still kind of seeing new people jumping into Rust for the first time, especially during the sales. Why do you think we saw such a nice uptick around the summertime here? You might sit and say, oh, because there's loads of kids playing or whatnot. I get that, I understand, but I wouldn't be surprised a lot of people did jump in because it was on sale during the summer sale. We're about to have the likes of the winter sale all over again, and of course next year we'll have summer sale all over again. I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a whole bunch of newer people hopping in, and with the likes of that skin right there, they can still get that. But they can't get this. This has come and gone. That Twitch drop only lasted for a week with all of these other ones, and then that's it. If you missed out, you missed out. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. However, they can still buy the likes of this. This is why I'm led to believe this is just going to gradually, nicely rise up in price. Now, I've been all over this already. Go look at my Rust Door rotation video from a month ago on my 48-hour analysis. You can see me say the exact same thing. But this whole instance turned out to be a bit of a positive. So, again, with this video, you kind of have to learn from these various different instances and incorporate that from, how you're going to approach things from here on now. There's always going to be more Twitch drops. But depending on, what type of skin it is, the timing of the skin, and the timing of the Twitch drops, you have to kind of be prepared for the outcome. And with the likes of this Bombshell sheet metal double door, everything worked out quite all right for it as of now. But in good time, will that rise up in price ever so nicely? What about the Thompsons? Will these nicely go up in price as good as they did for January 2023? Will we see the exact same thing happen with January 2024 post Christmas time? We shall see, but there was a lot more of them, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see even more. We still have a good, maybe 10 or so Rustors for 2023. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another. The frequency uptick with Thompson skins is a fair bit awkward, especially for a weapon that rarely ever did get skins. For a long time, and I will reiterate this once more, we used to hardly ever see Thompson skins. 1 in 2015, 1 in 2017, 4 in 2019, and then it started to pick up a fair bit. Yeah. But for the frequency in which these, this gun gets used and whatnot, the gun demand, it was very odd because, yeah, we had hardly any skins and they're always valuable. If we keep seeing more and more and more, especially with them being given away for free, we can expect a negative impact. And then with the likes of this, well, it was mainly due to the fact that with a sudden massive increase and the free skins being given away with the amount of lockers, yeah, the older skins were unfortunately negatively impacted. I'm starting to lose my breath, sorry. So, with that, Fridge, what do you reckon could potentially happen from here on now? Do you reckon with the fact that this has now been bought and very likely this was accepted, with the fact that this was accepted and very likely will be bought a lot, do you reckon all the other skin creators are noticing this and thinking, you know what? Maybe I could make my own one, and maybe we'll see some more Fridge skins being accepted after this, probably during the same year or at the beginning of next year. Maybe some of the content creators are thinking, you know what, that's a very cool looking Fridge. I want my own Fridge, something like that, yeah. And then we get a whole lot more Twitch drops that are Fridges. Yeah. So maybe it's going to come full circle. For now, if you happen to like the skin, by all means buy it, use it, enjoy it, support that skin creator. Circuit's done a wonderful job right there. But yeah, I hope this video was insightful and, the information was useful to you. But from here and now, especially as we approach the likes of 2024, we have to be a fair bit smart with what we learned with this year, right? So overall, I think we had, 3 or 4 instances of Twitch drops this year. Will we see the same amount next year? And will it be okay, or will it be a bit crazy again with lockers getting free skins and Thompsons getting an abundance of skins in such a short amount of time? We shall see. But with that, thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. And I should point out, if you're interested in the likes of what I just talked about in regards to useful information in regards to Rust skin investing and whatnot, please consider going to my playlists. Please consider watching my helpful Rust skin investing videos playlist. Every single video here that you see, they teach you something unique, but not exactly something that needs to be said in my Rust Economy 101 video series. I talk about the progression of skin collections, understanding about being patient with investing, understanding where if new content's potentially going to come out, maybe you want to invest into some skins, speculative investing and whatnot. You get the idea. Loads of interesting videos there, all about investing into likes of skins. And yeah, very nice, very cool. So with that, thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the Halloween and keep an eye out for what potentially might be coming out on Monday, 23rd October. October 23rd. I said that so awkwardly. I'm awkward. I'm sorry.